Good morning, friends, and welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Tiffany. Happy Saturday. So it is Saturday. It's about 11 a.m. I'm about to head out of the house to run a few errands with Alice. We need to go to Walmart and get some black embroidery floss thread. She's currently working on this embroidery of Cartoon Lydia, and she ran out of black. So, you know, she's always up to some sort of craft or another, and almost always needing new supplies for whatever craft she's doing, and sure enough, she ran out of black. So we need to go do that, and then I have a few other things I need to do while we're out and about. I just need to stop at the bank, and I think that's it. I am in a severe book hangover right now. So yesterday I finished 2 books. I was listening to one audiobook, and then I did one physical book on my, I was going to say Kindle. I don't have a Kindle. I have the Kindle app on my iPad. So let's talk about this. The first book I finished was Mile High by Liz Tomford. I'll pull it up so you can see the cover. No, you can't. Hold on. So Mile High by Liz Tomford. It's the first in the Windy City series. I think there are 5 books. I gave this a 4-star rating. Average is 4.04 stars, so right on average. I really enjoyed it. It was a bit long for my liking. It was like a 17-hour audiobook, but I enjoyed it. This is not why I'm having a book hangover. The reason I'm having a book hangover is because I finished Taming Seven by Chloe Walsh, which is the fifth book in the Boys of Tommen series. And oh my goodness, this is the one I was reading on my Kindle app. And I read 100 pages, let me see, I finished it last night. I read 100 pages the night before, and I was like, if I can read 100 pages a night, I'll finish it in 4 nights. Because it was just over 400 pages. No, I picked it up last night after finishing Mile High and started reading it out in the living room, and Will had fallen asleep next to me on the couch because he had had a long day at work, and then got home and he took a muscle relaxer for his shoulder because it's been bothering him, and ate a big dinner, and so he was like medication and food induced coma. So he passed out, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna sit out here and read for a little bit. Well, the next thing I knew, it was 3 a.m. and I had finished the book because I couldn't put it down. And these characters live rent-free in my head, this whole series. At first I didn't love it the way I do, but when I read Binding and Keeping 13, I I gave it 5 stars, but I was like, I don't know how to explain it. The characters kept popping back up in my head. Like, I kept thinking about it. So then I went to the next book in the series because I was going to give it some time because they're really long books. But I couldn't forget about them. So I read the next book in the series. And then finished Taming Seven last night, and holy cow. And then I dreamt about the characters last night. Like, they're still running through my head while I was sleeping. It was crazy. Anyway, if you've read these books, you know what I'm talking about. If you've not read these books, check the trigger warnings. They're very triggering in some aspects. I'm not going to go over the trigger warnings because I don't want to get flagged for anything, but definitely check trigger warnings on them. They are not young adult novels. They have young adult characters, but they're for 18 plus. Definitely. I would not read them. I would not let like a teenager under 18 read them. By any means. The topic matters are very difficult, but that's my morning so far. I'm reeling from finishing that book last night, or this morning rather. So went to bed at like 3 and got up at 9:30, so I'm running on about 6.5 hours sleep. I just had, if you've watched the last few vlogs, you've seen me share the little energy mixes from Clean Simple Eats. They're like little energy sticks that you just mix in water. I just had one of those because I have a bit of a headache too. I think it's just from bad sleep. So I took some Tylenol, had an energy thing, and then I'm waiting for Alice to get ready so that we can go run our errands. But I just wanted to fill you in on the books that I finished yesterday. So I am currently, this month has been amazing for books for me. Here, let me show you. So this app is called Bookmori, and it's how I keep track of the books I read each month. And I have already read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 books by the 16th of the month. Like today's the 16th, and I finished Taming Seven this morning. And I've read quite a few 4- and 5-star books. 1 3-star and 1 2-star. Like I said, Water Moon the other day. I talked about that as to why I didn't care for that one. But otherwise I have Other People's Houses was 3 stars. Under Your Scars was 5 stars. The novella to Under Your Scars was 5 stars. Those also have severe trigger warnings. Saving 6 I gave 5 stars. Run for the Hills was 4 stars. The Grandma Effect was 5 stars, and that was a romance, and I hardly ever give romance 5 stars. The Naturals, the first book in the Naturals series, was 5 stars. Water Moon was 2. Redeeming 6 was 5. Mile High was 4, and Taming 7 was 5. So I've had a lot of really good books this month so far. Alright, so we just got back from running errands and Walmart and all that. We walked into Walmart and they had these Good Pop fruit pops for $1 a bag, so I picked up 5 of them. Hopefully they're good. Jack loves like freezer popsicle sort of things, so they're 15 in each bag, so we got like 75 if I count it right. 50, 67, yeah, 75 for $5. And then Alice got a multi-pack of embroidery floss, solid colors, and then 3 of this like skin tone, like cream colored skin tone for her Lydia and other ones that she's going to do. And then she got the Crayola air dry clay for making some other projects. So that's just our little haul from Walmart. I am about to start Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. Is that the author? Goodness, I still have so many books. Yeah, Heather Fawcett. I've heard good things. It's like a fiction, romance, fantasy, mythology book. So we'll see. I'm gonna listen to it for a little bit, see if it catches my interest, and if not, I will start something different. So I made a lunch platter for everyone to kind of snack on. We've got some pinwheels that we got at Sam's Club the other day. Cantaloupe, cotton candy grapes, strawberries, and fresh mango. Hey friends, it is about 4:30 and we were gonna grill out today because we like to grill out on Saturdays when Will is not working. But we ate such a late lunch, that snack platter was like later in the day, that it's now 4:30 and none of us are really hungry for like dinner. So we will probably just fend for ourselves today. Plus Alice is going to a friend's house. She's getting picked up in a little bit for a sleepover. And we were supposed to have corn on the cob tonight with burgers. And corn on the cob was her like vegetable choice for the week. So she's like, can we have that tomorrow? So I think the plan is we'll just fend for ourselves tonight. Tomorrow I'm making chicken parm. Just easy chicken parm. I use Tyson chicken patties and pasta sauce and mozzarella cheese slices. And we're gonna have that with breadsticks and corn on the cob. So that way she still gets her corn. Because she was bummed. She's like, if I leave tonight, then I don't get corn. So that's the update on dinner, or lack thereof dinner. Will is currently playing a video game and having me watch like it's a movie. He's playing Expedition 33 if any of you are gamers out there. And I don't know how far we are into the game.
We're coming up on the end of Act 1.
Oh gosh, how many acts are there?
How many acts are there?
Are there 3?
It's always 3 acts.
Oh.
3-act structure.
We're coming up on the end of Act 1 out of 3.
It's fucking fun.
Feels like we've been playing this for ages. But it's his most recent like favorite game, and he wanted me, so he already played through it and beat it, and then he wanted me to watch for the storyline.
I think she's going to enjoy the story. You seem to be so far.
I would show you him, but he's shirtless, so it's just the talking voice off screen. But that's what we're currently doing, and I don't know what else we'll do today now that we don't have to cook dinner. Alright, so it's now 6 o'clock. Apparently there might be dinner tonight. I might have lied to you. We're not going to grill tonight, I don't think. Although that's still on the table apparently. Will and Jack are hungry. Alice is about to leave for a friend's house. I could eat like a small meal portion. So I might do chicken parm tonight and we'll do burgers tomorrow. I'll let you know what we figure out. We're still discussing it over here. Again, can't show him because he's shirtless. So here is dinner for tonight. This is Will's plate. He's got 2 of the chicken patties with mozzarella and marinara sauce, a dinner roll, and some asparagus that I cooked in the air fryer. So I'm done eating dinner. I only had asparagus. That's all I was hungry for. But I ended up DNFing Encyclopedia, or Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia for Fairies, or of Fairies, at 32%. It really seemed like a nice, cozy, whimsical book, but the pacing was just really off for me. It was way too slow for my liking. I was not attached to the characters by the time I was a third of the way through, and so I decided not to continue. So stopped that one, and then I went through my TBR shelf to see what I wanted to read next, and I figured I wanted to do something short because a lot of the books I've been reading and listening to have been really long, like 10 to 32 hours. So I found one on my list that's only 7 hours long. It's called Expiration Dates by Rebecca Searle. She wrote the book in 5 years, which I know was popular a few years back, I think. But the premise of this one is kind of cute. The main character... Oh, I thought you were waiting on me. The main character... let's see. Every time she meets a new man, she receives a slip of paper with his name and a number on it, the exact amount of time that they will be together. So she goes through all these relationships, and she knows when they're going to end. But then finally, the night of a blind date at her favorite restaurant, there's only a name, Jake, with no date. And so then it talks about how their story unfolds and whether or not they will stay together forever. So I thought that sounded kind of cute. So I'm going to listen to that. And then I went to go, so that's on Libby. I went to go onto Hoopla to download the next Boys of Toman book, which is releasing 10. It's the most recent one. And I've already used all 5 borrowed. Hoopla apparently only lets me borrow 5 books a month, which is not a lot. And I've used all those this month. So I downloaded it on Libby in ebook form because I didn't have the audiobook of it. So I will do the same thing I did with Taming Seven and use that as my like bedtime read and read it on my iPad while I'm in bed. And then, so I'm dual reading 2 books right now while listening to one and reading another. But that's my book update. I just thought I would let you know because I know I mentioned the Encyclopedia of Fairies earlier in this vlog, and I told you I would let you know. It's, like I said, it sounds cute. It's about a professor who goes to, it takes place in I think 1809, and professor goes off and she's studying fairies, and she's on the hunt for like the hidden fairies, which is the most obscure type of fairy that you can find. And while she's there, one of her colleagues shows up and he claims that he wants to help her, but she thinks he's there to like claim stake to her, like to take credit for her work. And it sounds like maybe there's romantic something happening. I didn't get that far. Like I said, it was moving way too slow for my liking. But it is labeled as a romance and a mythology. I think it was. What did I say earlier? I'm looking. Fantasy, romance, fiction, historical fiction, fae, cozy fantasy, historical. Those are some of the tags that are listed on Goodreads. So, anyway, that's my book update for now. And with that, I'm going to call it a night. It is just after 8 o'clock, and that's usually when we start watching TV, winding down, and getting ready for bed. Although, Will doesn't work tomorrow, so we'll probably be up a little bit. But I'm tired since I only got about 6 hours of sleep last night. Yeah, it was a good day. Thanks for coming along on another one. Drop a comment, share some love, and I'll see you again on the next one. Bye.